Welcome back to the Plays with Cars YouTube channel and the premiere episode of Project Z06. This is our C5 Z06 Corvette that we have purchased as the new project car on the channel, and I am bringing you this intro from Portland International Raceway, where I have actually already made my first run ever in it. Yeah, they've got a Friday night drags going on here. As you can see, the masks and distancing going on, that we are here for a drivers only test and tune night. So they've got quarter mile going on, and it's run what you brung, no spectators. You can have one crew member. I think the trailer guys might get one more, something like that. But anyways, 100 cars total for the whole track. They just started running, been here for a while, getting through tech and all that stuff. This car had never been teched before or anything like that. Anyways, I'm going to try to take you on a ride in the Z06 down the track. Now, how I'm going to do that is they don't allow outside cameras at the drag strip like they do for autocross. But you see they've got this fancy little grab handle here. I am going to mount the camera to that grab handle. So you'll be sitting in the passenger seat looking forward. If I can get that to work, I might even do one looking this way so you can see me and see the shifting and stuff. Again, it's completely stone stock. It's not terribly exciting if you're super into drag racing. But if you've never done this before and you just kind of want to get a feel for how this goes, I'm going to try to bring you through the beginner's program on drag racing. So anyways, I'm going to get everything all set up here, adjust tire pressures, make sure everything's hunky-dory, and head back out on the track. So we'll pick up the action there. Alright, welcome to Drag Racing 101 here on the Plays with Cars YouTube channel. We have made it through tech, and we are made it through the staging lanes. We are at the front, we are coming up next. You can see a guy just on the left of the screen here. He is one of the track managers. Pro tip, when you're drag racing for the first time, or really any time, people in charge of the track are king. You only move when they tell you to. You be super respectful of them, and they will take care of you. So treat them how you want to be treated. We're clear to go, little mod, and up we go. So as you pull up into the lane, this car is rear wheel drive, and we are going to do a burnout. So this is the water box. It is full of water. They're going to pull us through it until our back tires are just out and stop us, so that we can do a burnout. A burnout is where we are spinning the back tires enough to get some smoke. We're looking for some heat in these street tires. If you had racing slicks or drag radials, you would want to do a bit different of a thing. Bigger burnout, more heat, more smoke. Street tires, you just need a little bit. Clean them off, get some heat into them. And then we're going to pull up. You can see the car in front of us. The car in the left lane has not staged. The car in the right lane has pre-staged and staged. The top yellows are a pre-stage, and then you creep up into the full stage. There you go. And then the yellows will come down, green light, and away you go. Now we wait for the track guy here to tell us we can start our burnout. Give the signal to wait. We are waiting. Still waiting. 107. That was a good run. 13:22. Turn our traction control off and you always stop at the line back here. The starter will pull you up to pre-stage. And he signaled. Alright, as we pull up into pre-stage, we make sure we're in the groove. So our tires tracks are lined up with the tire tracks in the pavement. We pull up, pre-stage and stop. Wait for your opponent. They staged. And now we are. Here we go. That was a dang good run. So if you saw that reaction time, I cut a .09 light. 0.000 is a perfect light, so that is less than a tenth off of perfect. Obviously, I ran through the gears, made it through the quarter mile traps, and then let off. This track has a lot of runoff, so you can just kind of coast your way down in a car that only does 110 to 115 like this one. Obviously, the faster the car or the shorter the area at the end of the track to shut down, the more you'll have to get on brakes, use parachutes, and things like that. Now, we beat our opponent by a lot. That being said, we were on what was the outside lane, so it was a left-hand turn to get off the track. Track etiquette is, unless you are a bazillion years ahead of him or he broke or something like that, you let him go first. So I slowed down more. I let him pass me in the shutdown area and take the turn off first because he is the one on the left. That's just track etiquette. If the exit was on the right, then I would have been the guy to turn off first, kind of regardless of who's in front. When you come down the return road, you're going to come up to the timing shack. The timing shack has another track official there that's going to give you your time slip, and we will go over that on camera and look at all of our data. The launch wasn't all that great. The 60-foot was probably around the 2.221 range, which is pretty terrible actually, but that run was a way better run. My first run I had a lot of wheel hop going into second. This run I did not, so I was able to stay in it a lot more. I suspect probably around a 13.2 at about 109 is what we're going to see on this. But that's your first drag strip pass. Congratulations, you've made it. Collect your time slip, say hi to the people, go to the pits, and take care of everything on the car. Check your tire pressures, check your oil, your coolant, anything else you need to do to the car. This particular car, all we're going to do is check tire pressures and head back out for another rip. So, coming up here. Thank you. Again, always kind of courteous to the track officials. Alright, everybody. Let's see if I can do this. So our first run here, did an 069 light, 2.395 60 foot, did a 1369 at 109. Hopefully you can see that. The run we just went on camera was my second run. It was right here. You can see 009 reaction time, a 2.21 60 foot, did 1335 at 109. So even though that guy was faster than us, he went a 12.4 at 112, I treated the crap out of him on the light, so I destroyed him in the race. That's why reaction times are so critical in drag racing. So we're going to go again. I'm going to try it with the camera like this so that you can see what this is like. We'll try it. Alright, we're getting ready to make our third pass, the second one on camera. Somebody oiled down the track a little bit ago. They just got done cleaning it and re-prepping it, and they sprayed VHD, which is a traction compound, all the way to the 60 foot. So that means traction, which has been a real big issue for us, should be a lot better on this run. Last run we did a 2.21 60 foot, which is really slow for a car this fast. But again, completely stock Eagle F1 street tires that are pretty old. So I'm trying to get some life back into them. So with street tires like this, if you're ready to ride them off on the street and have them for drag racing, if you do a really good burnout with them, and it's about getting some wheel speed going and getting a bunch of heat into them, you can actually kind of heat up all those tread blocks and get the compound working a little bit. The VHT that's in the track will actually absorb into the tire. You'll actually make the tire stickier. It's almost kind of like spraying the tire itself if you get it good and hot enough. So there's actually like pebbles and stuff sticking to them, which didn't happen after the first run. So we're starting to get a little bit of sticking to them. We did bring the 60 foot down by a 10th, so doing okay. We'll see what we do out there. There's a couple of cars in front of us, and then we're up. So we'll see what happens. Traction control off. We're in the water box, and here we go. goodness, we destroyed that Speed 3. So once again, reaction time is absolutely everything, especially at Test and Tune night. I think I was on the 8th mile before he even left. Okay, how'd the run go? That went pretty well. I don't know how much of this you can see. I don't have any backlighting. I'm like totally trying something weird with putting the camera on the grab handle. But lights came down. We took off. Decent reaction time. It was an 0 something if I remember right. I didn't really look at the board. But not a lot of wheel spin coming out of the hole. That was actually our best launch by far. I stabbed second at $6,000. Got one little squeak from it, but other than that, it held, which again, I've been fighting traction with that 1-2 shift. The first pass shook the tires so bad I had to get out of it. Went into third gear at 6.5, into fourth gear at 6.5, and went through the traps at about 109, 110. So we'll see what the official time slip says, but that was a really good pass. That'll be our best one yet. This one might have even been a 12.9. We'll see. Thank you. We got 13,208 at 109 with an 0.55 reaction time. So again, killer on the tree. I have been knocking it down tonight, just chopping that tree. But 2.17 60 foot. So it was our best 60 foot, but not by much. 2.1, almost 2.2 is not really all that much to write home about, especially with this car. We're going to go check the tire pressures again. Probably going to have to keep lowering it down. But yeah, as far as second real rip goes, that was all right. That's a new warning. Alright, that was our first really good race of the night. All the other ones we've absolutely destroyed. I treat that guy, I was sleeping. I cut a 1-something light instead of an 0-something light. But he 60-footed me hard. And I had to come around him. That was a lot of fun. I probably only got him by half a car at the end. That's the kind of drag racing I really enjoy. Side by side, 100 plus miles an hour, rowing gears all the way down the track. That was a sweet Cougar. That was a lot of fun. everyone. Just got done with another run. The one you just watched with the guy wheeling next to us, maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen the footage yet. But we cut an 076 light to his negative 076. So if this were eliminations, we'd be moving on. Even though it was a 10-4 car, can't red light. Anyways, it's not. We're at test and tune. Cut a 2.119 60 foot. That's our best 60 foot by a long shot. And did 8.6 at 86 in the 8th, 13.172 at 109.99. So getting there, learning the car, learning the launch, learning the shift RPMs, and maybe with a little luck, we can eke out a 12.9 by the end of the night. So we're knocking down. We started at a 13.6, we're down to a 13.1. So already knocked off half a second, just 2 more tenths to go. Bang shifted gears this time instead of letting off. So who knows? Maybe a 12.9, probably not. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, 1268 at 112. Yeah! Woo! A 204 60 foot, 829 at 88.88 in the 8th, a 1268 at 112. Woo! Yeah! Oh God, that feels good. Look at that. Did y'all see it? I had to make sure. I'm like, that must have been the other guy because he blew my doors off. But he went a 1204 at 125. So I mean, it's definitely me. I've done a 12 in my own car. I've done lots of 12s and 11s and even some 10s, but always in somebody else's car. This is the first time it's my car, and it's just done 12s, and that was awesome. Hopefully any of this shows up. Check this out, guys. We're gonna run a C6 Vet. Looks like a C6 base, which is still at least an LS2 400 horse. Versus our LS6 405 horse. I had no idea what's done to that car. Looks about like ours, looks stock. He's got a helmet on, so he does at least 13s. This should be good. Yeah, he's got factory polished wheels too. He might have drag radials on the back. We've already done 12, so it's been a successful night. Can't complain. The only races I've lost have been to, trailered race cars with nitrous and stuff, and all these other street cars, man. I'm just chopping the tree down. Gotta love it, man. This Z06 is awesome. This is the best project car I've had in a long time. Oh, thank you. Alright, let's see what we got. 1261! at 112. Woo! A 196 60-foot. Man, my light was crap though. Alright, I think that's gonna call it for this episode and tonight here with Project C5 Z06. We're still here at PIR. We've done a whole bunch of runs. What we've got going on is this clutch fluid has gotten pretty hot, and you can see really dirty. So it's making the clutch not want to work entirely correctly. And I could sit here and cool it off in between runs, but there's nobody running, and they're going to shut us down here soon. So 15C left lane. So you can see here we've got 1261 at 112.5 is our best. Best 60 foot was actually the next run, the 192. But you can see all these runs here, they're all basically a 1960 foot. They are all an 8.2, 88 in the 8th. They're all a 12.6 at 112 in the quarters. So that's probably the VMAX of what this car can do at the moment. I'm sure if I cooled things down and really concentrated and gave it every last shot, I'd probably do like a 12.59. But I don't know that that's worth banging on the car anymore. So I'm going to call it here with the 1261 at 112 is our best. And that is Project C5 Z06 completely stock. And I mean completely stock. Look, these are the original Goodyear Eagle F1s from when it was new. Like, these are the same stinking tires. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't think these are from 2002. That would be really impressive, but they are at least, like, this is the OE tire for it. So they don't even have stickier tires on it. You can see I got a little rubber on it. That's the first time this car's ever gotten rubber on it like that. So, sit rep, everything's working well. We can pack up, we can go home. The Z06 did great. 12.6 out of the box, that's what it should run. So super, super happy with the car. Had a lot of fun here tonight. And I think that one's going to be a wrap on the intro here for our C5 Z06 project car here on the Plays with Cars YouTube channel.